So yesterday I posted a video about traditional investors who don't seem to see the writing on the wall when it comes to Tesla autonomy and their unassailable lead. Gary Black responded, "Perhaps SMR, I think that's me, should listen to NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's CES speech from last night before concluding again that Uber and Lyft are toast." By the way, they are toast. What SMR and other bulls can't see coming is that many other OEMs, beside Tesla, will offer autonomous vehicles that will become self-driving options on Uber and Lyft's platforms. The world doesn't revolve around Tesla. So first and foremost, Gary, who I love, does make a fair point, and I do actually agree. There will be many companies that are not Tesla that do offer autonomous vehicles on platforms like Uber and Lyft because, one, they can't be fucked building their own platform, their own network. If you're Waymo and you can partner with Uber, it's a great way to get more rides happening in a Waymo vehicle. I agree with this point. I don't think Gary understands my perspective, so I'll spell it out for you, Gary. Ready? My point is that Tesla is not going to gain 100% market share in terms of autonomy. My point is that they have what we would describe as an unassailable cost advantage, complete vertical integration, a vastly superior product, and an unassailable data lead, meaning they have a cost advantage. They can offer a service that no other company can match on cost. If they do, they'll go bankrupt trying. Today, a Waymo vehicle is a six-figure investment, $100,000+ to put a Waymo on roads. Tesla's selling vehicles to customers today for about $40,000, making close to 20% profit on those, meaning they're producing them for the 30,000 range, right? Next gen vehicle, the Cybertruck, it's going to cost Tesla $20,000 or less to build one. I don't care if there's a company like Waymo offering an autonomous service on Uber or Lyft. If it costs them $100,000 to put a Waymo into that Uber service, and Tesla can put a comparable or superior product on the road for a fifth the fucking cost, bro. After all, we are investors, right, Gary? So we should probably be thinking about this from an investment point of view. This isn't a discussion about which companies will receive participation trophies in the autonomous world, okay? We're investors. We don't give a shit about that. Oh, look, they tried so hard. They're losing money. They can't compete with Tesla. But hey, look, they're still offering us. No one cares. We care about who's making all the money, right? I mean, we're investors. If we're just having a discussion about participation trophies, there's got to be a lot of them handed out. And here's my thesis. Tesla will take the lion's share of profits when it comes to autonomy. There'll be heaps of other companies offering them. Maybe an analogy might help. Let's make a list of all the electric vehicles sold on Earth today. That's the first column. There's a few hundred of them. And then the next column says, does the company selling this particular product actually make money selling this particular product? Now, Tesla's up top of the list, and that column says, yes, they make money. BYD, yes, not very much. And that's about it. So it turns out that today, selling electric vehicles, Tesla already makes the lion's share of profits. That's my thesis. There's a lot of other electric vehicles, but hardly anyone's making any meaningful money selling them. In fact, most companies are losing money selling them. And obviously, from an investment point of view, that's not sustainable. Tesla's the cost leader. They have the best technology when it comes to electric vehicles. They can drive prices down aggressively, which they've been doing, and many analysts have been crying about. Maybe they should run Super Bowl ads. And they're making more money than anyone else offering the service. They're taking the lion's share of the profits in electric vehicles. The same thing is going to happen with autonomy. There's going to be loads of other companies offering robotaxis with inferior software, inferior capabilities, and a massive cost disadvantage. Doesn't mean they can't price comparably to Tesla robotaxis. It just means they'll lose money doing so, kind of like today, wait for an analogy, all the companies trying to compete with Tesla on cost for electric vehicles sold to customers lose money selling electric vehicles trying to compete with Tesla's cost. Not sustainable. So now that I've cleared that up, hopefully, I'll do as Gary suggested and watch this presentation. Maybe I'll learn a few things.
If I may, Elon Musk is a customer of yours, and Tesla, their theory or practice is based on real-world data gathered through vision.
Yeah.
Does the synthetic data underpinning of Cosmos kind of contradict that?
It doesn't replace, it augments. And so you should collect as much world data as you can. Of course, collecting world data is very expensive. And Elon has a great advantage because, number one, his AI factory for his cars is fantastic. Has a lot of NVIDIA gear in it. His AV algorithms is incredible. It's the best in the world. And he has a very large fleet of cars on the road that allows him to collect a lot of data. And so I think he has just a phenomenal position, and he's been working on this for a long time, and so he's going to be in a great position to take advantage of it.
Ooh, that's a little awkward. I think that was NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, pointing out that Tesla is in, I think I used the word, what did he say? Phenomenal position with their data gathering. I think he also pointed out that you need real world data as much as you can collect, and that collecting it is extremely expensive, and that synthetic data is not a replacement for real world data. You can use it to augment, but you must have the real world data as well, and that Tesla has millions of vehicles on roads, which obviously no other company has. So hang on, let's just recap here. Tesla, phenomenal position. You need real-world data. Collecting real-world data is very expensive. Tesla's got millions of vehicles on roads collecting real-world data. Oh, shit. Sorry, silly me. I was too busy not paying attention while I was gigablasting T16s on Path of Exile 2 on my Monk. I think I played the wrong clip of the NVIDIA CEO. By the way, this is a very recent clip that occurred, I think, within 24 hours of the actual presentation. Okay, this is definitely the right clip, I swear.
Collecting world data is very expensive. And Elon has a great advantage because, number one, his AI factory for his cars is fantastic, has a lot of NVIDIA gear in it. And
Wait. Did he just say that Elon, as in Elon/Tesla, have a great advantage? Maybe this is the wrong clip too, but anyway, we're going to roll with it.
he has a very large fleet of cars on the road that allows him to collect a lot of data. And
I feel like we already heard this clip. What's going on, folks? Trolling aside, I'm just trying to drive the point home here. Jensen's right, okay? I might describe this as an unassailable data lead, but don't take my word for it. Listen to what Jensen's saying. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because we literally heard exactly this, but this is a much longer version of the same clip. A little bit more detail.
Attitude towards AI. I know Elon's attitude towards AI, and he's very optimistic about its future, and obviously he's working on some of the most important AI areas. XAI is working on foundation, cognitive intelligence AI. His Tesla is working on autonomous vehicles, and Optimus is for humanoid robotics. These three areas of AI are the three most important areas of AI, and so I think he's working on exactly the right things.
You positioned AI, NVIDIA's position in the supply chain for physical AI, autonomous driving. Explain it a bit more, the role NVIDIA playing.
We're a core technology company, and so we build the foundational computing platforms. We're also full stack, and so we develop the necessary algorithms, the necessary AI technologies, and then we put it out to the industry for them to adopt it and turn it into end market solutions. We're a computing platform company.
So you're on stage and you're surrounded by, I think, a dozen humanoid robots, which is nice for you. When will I be here at CES in Las Vegas and actually have...
There's some robots right down the hall.
No, but in real terms, you must have a timeline that you see real-world commercial deployment of the technology you outlined last night.
It depends on use case. I would say
we see first.
The first use case will probably be in manufacturing. There's estimates tens, if not 100 million jobs that are workers that are, the world is short of workers. And aging population, declining birth rates. And so I think the world needs a lot more workers. Robotics is one of the best ways for us to supplement all of that and help companies recover the lost revenues on the one hand and drive productivity, which reduces inflation for the world on the other hand. And so I think robotics is going to be very important to that. In different areas, you could have probably deploy into manufacturing first because they obviously need it most.
Which is a ginormous potential market, addressable market.
It's a $50 trillion.
So I just wanted to take a quick moment here to reiterate that Jensen, on the record, clearly stating that Tesla are working on the three most important AI opportunities. Not one, not two, three. He's now describing the first use case of humanoid robots is likely to be in manufacturing. He's right. And it just so happens that Tesla's currently finalizing their first commercial generation of Optimus humanoid robots, a few of which are already literally working in manufacturing within Tesla's own factories, meaning they're their own first customer, meaning they have a massive advantage because they can train these things in the real world, actually doing real manufacturing work, get them to a level of competency that customers will actually pay for them because they're useful, and then start selling them. That's a big advantage. Back to the clip.
That wants to grow and needs to grow.
Sorry to interrupt you, Jensen. I think the thing that Wall Street's struggling with this morning, among many things, is DGX, they understand the investment there, that trains the foundation model. In terms of NVIDIA's business model, what you outlined last night, Cosmos, and then later on the inference side, how physical AI helps grow your business from there.
Drives DGX growth.
Just simple as that.
Yeah, as simple as that. I think if you just look at simply like that, we have three computers, and two of the computers, DGX and Omniverse, drives an enormous amount of data that is necessary to train the AI models.
Right.
And so Omniverse creates the data that we then use to train AI models. The training is what drives DGX sales. And the more robots that are available, the more data we can create, the more AI models we have to go train. That cycle is ultimately what we're striving for. All of that drives consumption for data center growth.
There is a surge in AI spending, data center growth. Some of our audience are a bit concerned about how sustainable that is, short, medium, and long term.
At the limit, artificial intelligence is the single most important technology force of our time, and it's really about, we're at the beginning of that. And in the future, every single data center will be driven by AI and the type of computing that we build today. And so if you look at the world today, we're about a year and a half into the remodeling, if you will, the modernization, the reinvention of computing. And so I think that over the next several years, you're going to see the transition from the old way of doing computing, general purpose computing. There's a new way of doing computing, artificial intelligence and accelerated computing.
So, I agree with everything he said there, but I feel like this isn't quite the clip that Gary was wanting me to watch, even though it's the same person discussing the same topics, because it's only reiterating my case. Jensen's literally saying that Musk has a massive advantage here in terms of Tesla and AI. They're working on all the right AI things, having the huge fleet, the real world data. It's very costly to do that. It's like, hello. Anyway, I'll find this clip eventually. All right, I finally found the presentation that Gary wanted me to watch. What do we got here?
Autonomous, 100 million cars built each year, a billion vehicles on the road all over the world, 1 trillion miles that are driven around the world each year. That's all going to be either highly autonomous or, fully autonomous coming up. And so this is going to be a very large industry. I predict that this will likely be the first multi-trillion-dollar robotics industry.
I predict that his prediction will be correct. So, we've heard previously in an interview, not at this presentation, Tesla's in a very good position with autonomy, and that autonomy is likely to be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. I think there's a different part of the presentation where Jensen talks about the magic catch-up to Tesla button, though. I'll have to find it. Hang on, let me go looking for some clips. That's obviously what Gary wanted me to see, right? Where he explains there's the magic catch-up to Tesla button. Okay, folks, the wait is over. I found the clip. Here we discover that there is, in fact, a magic catch-up to Tesla button that NVIDIA is happy to sell to its customers, I think.
You use the car to reconstruct digital twins automatically using AI and use that capability to train future AI models. Okay, let's play it.
The autonomous vehicle revolution is here. Building autonomous vehicles, like all robots, requires 3 computers: NVIDIA DGX to train AI models, Omniverse to test drive and generate synthetic data, and Drive AGX, a supercomputer in the car. Building safe autonomous vehicles means addressing edge scenarios, but real-world data is limited, so synthetic data is essential for training.
Okay, so I just want to take a quick moment here. Notice NVIDIA is just almost presenting a turnkey solution to all of Tesla's so-called competitors to, quote, solve autonomy. Of note, Jensen points out here that, quote, real-world data is limited. Remember, we just saw in the interview, he talks about the fact that you need real-world data, and he also explained explicitly in that interview that you must have real-world data. Synthetic data, which he's also talking about here, can augment, but it is not a replacement. You need the real-world data, which is very expensive. So just to be clear, what NVIDIA are describing here is as follows. Dear legacy automotive companies who are going to go bankrupt, before you go bankrupt, if you're too stupid to license FSD from Tesla, we're going to offer you a solution, but it will still require a lot of heavy lifting on your end. However, we're happy to sell you half a solution in the first place, so you can figure out the rest of the problem, which is how the fuck do you get the real world data, dumbasses? We'll sell you the synthetic data and the compute. Everything you need except the actual real world data, which is the hard part and the thing you absolutely must have and is extremely expensive to collect. But here's something that you can buy from us to at least get going. Brilliant stuff from NVIDIA, by the way. All these dumb fuck legacy auto companies are going to be lined up. Oh yeah, we'll buy that. That's great. Failing to understand how critically important the real world data is. Back to the presentation.
The autonomous vehicle data factory, powered by NVIDIA Omniverse, AI models, and Cosmos, generates synthetic driving scenarios that enhance training data by orders of magnitude. First, OmniMap fuses map and geospatial data to construct drivable 3D environments. Driving scenario variations can be generated from replayed drive logs or AI traffic generators. Next, a neural reconstruction engine uses autonomous vehicle sensor logs to create high-fidelity 4D simulation environments. It replays previous drives in 3D and generates scenario variations to amplify training data.
Again, just jumping in here. You guys probably know this unless you're new around here. Tesla does this themselves internally. They also simulate data. They showed us the engine a couple of years ago. It looked like GTA 6. So, just to be clear, what NVIDIA is unveiling now as a product that they can license, sell to customers to produce synthetic data is something Tesla's already doing. Again, I'm just going to say that again. Tesla's already doing this. It's a great opportunity for NVIDIA to offer to other companies. Tesla's already doing this, but there's just one problem. The hard part isn't this. The hard part is getting the real world data, which you must have. This is a supplement. It's in addition to, but you need the real world data. So NVIDIA is saying, look, this is the easy part. We'll offer the easy part to you, but you still got to do the hard part, which is put millions of vehicles on roads collecting real world data. This is not the magic catch up to Tesla button. That would be somehow having real world data that they could just drop in their lap. But anyway, I'm sure we'll eventually hear about the catch up to Tesla button though. Must be a little bit later in this presentation.
Finally, Edify 3DS automatically searches through existing asset libraries or generates new assets to create sim-ready scenes. The Omniverse scenarios are used to condition Cosmos to generate massive amounts of photorealistic data, reducing the sim-to-real gap. And with text prompts, generate near infinite variations of the driving scenario. With Cosmos Nemotron Video Search, the massively scaled synthetic dataset, combined with recorded drives, can be curated to train models.
Note, Jensen again, making it quite clear that with all the synthetic generated scenarios and data, combined with, wait for it, real world data that you've collected, that's the hard part. Notice there's multiple parts here. You don't just need the synthetic data. With the synthetic data plus the real world data, the hard part, the expensive part to collect, the one that, Tesla has a phenomenal advantage in. Just pointing that out. Let's continue.
NVIDIA's AI data factory scales hundreds of drives into billions of effective miles, setting the standard for safe and advanced autonomous driving.
Isn't that incredible?
Oh shit, that was the end of that clip. There must be another one where he talks about the magic catch up to Tesla button, because that was the magic, here's a synthetic data button, not the real world data, the hard part, the expensive part, the critically important part. Oh, silly me, I didn't realize Gary had actually quoted the clip in question. I'm so dumb. Man, I'm fucking dumb. I will watch this clip now. Jeez, what a detail. I should probably edit out that whole detail. It was all totally irrelevant and definitely not trying to make a point here. Let's watch the actual clip Gary referenced when suggesting that I watch this. This is obviously the discussion about the magic catch up to Tesla button that NVIDIA has just released.
The AV revolution has arrived. After so many years, with Waymo's success and Tesla's success, it is very, very clear autonomous vehicles has finally arrived. Well, our offering to this industry is the three computers: the training systems to train the AIs, the simulation systems, and the synthetic data generation systems, Omniverse and now Cosmos, and also the computer that's inside the car.
Hang on, he forgot to mention the fourth part that they're offering, which was the real world data. Because as he mentioned in the interview, I mean, he himself saying that you need that, it's really fucking important. So NVIDIA is offering 3 of the 4 necessary ingredients. It's just the one that's the most difficult to accumulate, the most costly to accumulate, and the most important they can't offer, because there's no magic button to just instantly have millions of vehicles on roads collecting real world data. I'm just going to listen to this again to make sure I didn't miss the magic catch up to Tesla button. Did he? Maybe there was a 4th thing he described I just didn't hear because I was busy blasting T16s. Hang on, let me just make sure he didn't mention a 4th thing. So let's say, what is he offering to the industry again?
Our offering to this industry is the 3 computers: the training systems to train the AIs, the simulation systems, and the synthetic data generation systems, Omniverse and now Cosmos, and also the computer that's inside the car. Each car company might work with us in a different way, use 1 or 2 or 3 of the computers. We're working with just about every major car company around the world: Waymo and Zoox and Tesla, of course, in their data center, BYD, the largest EV company in the world. JLR's got a really cool car coming. Mercedes has a fleet of cars coming with NVIDIA starting this year, going to production. And I'm super, super pleased to announce that today.
Here it is. It's the magic catch up to Tesla button announcement. I knew it was coming. Let's see, he obviously was just sort of setting it up. Here's the 3 things out of the 4 you need, and then he goes ... But here's the 4th thing we're also going to offer that, the real world data. Ready? And here it comes. Right?
Toyota and NVIDIA are going to partner together to create their next generation AVs.
Oh, that wasn't the magic catch up to Tesla button. That was the magic try and help Toyota avoid bankruptcy. I guess it must be later in this clip.
Just so many cool companies. Lucid and Rivian and Xiaomi and, of course, Volvo, just so many different companies. Wabi is building self-driving trucks. Aurora, we announced this week also that Aurora is going to use NVIDIA to build self-driving trucks. Autonomous, 100 million cars built each year, a billion vehicles on the road all over the world, 1 trillion miles that are driven around the world each year.
And we've heard this part already, just describing the fact that autonomy will likely be the world's first multi-trillion-dollar robotics industry, and he's right. So maybe I missed... Hang on, we'll just watch this clip in full, because this is the one that Gary linked. I'm pretty sure we just heard this, but I've got to make sure maybe I just wasn't listening the first time. That this is where he mentions the magic catch up to Tesla button, the magic, here's all the real-world data that we're magically also going to provide to everyone that they need, that I said in an interview that you literally need. It's really important, and synthetic data is not a replacement for the real-world data.
That's all going to be either highly autonomous or, fully autonomous coming up. And so this is going to be a very large industry. I predict that this will likely be the first multi-trillion-dollar robotics industry. This business for us, notice in just a few of these cars that are starting to ramp into the world, our business is already $4 billion, and this year probably on a run rate about $5 billion. So really significant business already. This is going to be very...
That was the whole clip. I thought, wasn't that the one where Gary said, here's the magic catch up to Tesla button? Yeah, let me just check again. Perhaps SMR should listen to NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's CES speech from last night before concluding again that Uber and Lyft are toast. What I can't see, and what many other bulls can't see coming, is that many other OEMs besides Tesla will offer autonomous vehicles that will become self-driving options on Uber and Lyft's platforms. The world doesn't revolve around Tesla, yep. So again, there will be companies that have a vastly inferior, in terms of the technology and competence, safety profile, autonomous software, and vastly more expensive hardware that do in fact offer those services on the Uber and Lyft platforms, because they can't be fucked or they're too incompetent to build their own platform. But I don't care. Who has the data advantage, the phenomenal data advantage, the real world data that NVIDIA can't offer to customers, can't sell to customers because they don't have it, because they don't have a fleet of millions of vehicles on roads collecting it? That would be Tesla. So Tesla's got a critically important piece of the puzzle that no one else has. That's extremely expensive to collect. NVIDIA is offering 3 of the 4 pieces of the puzzle, but you need all 4, otherwise you don't have a solution. Meaning, those offering alternatives to Tesla FSD will have a subpar piece of software. It might be okay, but Teslas will be better, safer, more competent, more capable due to the real world data. And then the other question again is, who's going to have a cost advantage for actually putting the hardware on roads that runs the software? The companies that are buying all the shit from NVIDIA, or let's say hypothetically a company that was making their own compute, at least in part. Oh, and then also who's making the vehicle? Are you making the vehicle, or are you paying another company to make a vehicle to then stuff the NVIDIA stuff in, which you're buying off NVIDIA, so someone else is making all that profit margin? E.g. Waymo right now, $100,000 a pop to put a Waymo on roads, versus Tesla could manufacture a vehicle today for like 32, 33 grand, soon 20. I'm not sure what Gary's point really was. Like, I actually don't understand. Because I agree, there will be other companies putting autonomous vehicles on the Uber and Lyft platforms, and those companies won't be in business 10 years from now, because they're not going to have a cost-competitive solution. And even if they somehow survive, until then, Tesla's going to take the lion's share of profits when it comes to autonomy. And my entire point in yesterday's video is that people like Gary, he's trying his best, he really is, he just doesn't get it, which is great for investors. Because many other folks like Gary think, oh, it's just magic catch up the Tesla button. Look, NVIDIA's got a turnkey solution, even though you need the real-world data, which they're not offering. Of course, I'm obviously wrong. In fact, so is this dumb fuck, what's his name? Elon dumbfuck Musk, who said, and he's obviously wrong, 2 sources of data scale infinitely. Synthetic data, which has an is it true problem, and real-world video, which does not. Now, if I didn't know any better, I would think that this dumbass called Elon Musk, who obviously knows nothing, may be suggesting that synthetic data, while able to scale infinitely, has a slight issue, which is it's not actually real. Therefore, some scenarios may not actually represent reality, and also may fail to capture certain aspects of reality, whereas real-world data actually captures actual reality, which is probably, I would say, you'd prefer to be training on data that actually captures reality, as opposed to synthetic data, which may or may not capture a subset of something that closely approximates reality. But hey, he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. Neither do I. I love you, Gary. Fuck, dude. Want more content? Early access, bunch of perks, click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail, legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.